The other thing I found really interesting, because this is one of the things you get when you are a member, you get a newsletter. They also have people go out and collect seeds.
I was just going to ask about that.
And I just found that fascinating
Me too.
because they actually sell these seeds to other refuges to grow some of the wildflowers and the wild. And you know more about that.
Yeah, that kind of either roadside cleanup or seed collecting, those are kind of like the gateway drugs that you suck you into volunteering for the refuge. And my husband and I both started that way. Well, the roadside pickup wasn't very exciting. Then we volunteered for seed collecting, and you get to go in areas where you normally wouldn't be able to go during this time of year. And, you check out where the plants are located, and then you go back after they're done blooming and they produce seeds. Like now, I'm sure is lupin seed collecting time, or it's even probably past. But you go and you collect the seeds, and then, I think in November or so, they have seed cleaning, which is done at the maintenance building.
So can I interrupt you?
Yeah.
How does one collect seeds?
Well, you go out there with probably your bug suit on. That's why I quit volunteering for various reasons, because I got interested in the education program, but I was also tired of, fly season and mosquitoes and stuff. But you go out, you have a paper bag, and you take off the seed heads, and you don't ever take all of them. You have to leave some for next year,
Okay.
to
Interesting.
produce more.
Seeds, like right from the.
Well, you take whatever their seed pod you would take. It's like if milkweed, you take the milkweed seed pod, and then all that stuff goes back. And then seed cleaning is a really fun time to have all that milkweed fluff. You got to
I'm
separate
sure.
that from the seeds. And I don't know if they actually sell the seeds to other refuges, but I'm sure they give them away a lot because, or they use them on the refuge to enhance areas that they want to upgrade. So it's a big deal, and they keep track, they weigh the seeds every year, because some of them are like, little teeny grains of salt almost, but they get them broken down, dried out, sifted, this is a huge process for it. And they weigh them, and then they can figure out what the street value would be. Like if you went to Prairie Restorations or another native seed place, how much would they be worth? And I think the record was maybe $38,000 or $40,000 one year they collected that many seeds.
Wow.
And you'd think, that's piles and bags of seeds. Well,
Yeah.
it's kind of small bags, but it's, you can compare it to other kind of things.
Yes, that's what's
Wow.
going through my mind right now. It's like street hash.
Street value is high.
I found it fascinating, actually.
Yeah, I did too. I think I may have learned about that from Nancy Howard. We were just talking about her this morning.
Yeah. It is, you do learn all these plants that, you would never normally see, because they're off the road, and you got to hike around to where they're at.
And Sue knows all the ones that aren't supposed to be there, because she also goes out and picks the ones that aren't
Yeah,
supposed to be there, because that's what I caught her doing a few weeks ago.
Digging those
And-
little buggers
Yeah,
up.
she's weeding, and I'm like, how do you know which ones
Oh,
are
right.
which?
I would have no idea.
Because some of them you look at and you go, that's a weed?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's good to know,
Well,
because I have those in my yard.
Yeah, and that one looks like weed too.
And it's kind of like, a weed, the definition of a weed is something that's in the wrong place. And some of them that I was digging up, a lot of them are native, but doesn't mean that's all you want in front of the learning center, because some of them produce like thousands or a million seeds.
Sure.
And even though you dig them up every year, like how many sandburs would you really want
right.
along the
Sandburs.
sidewalk?